Hello, and welcome to the Daily Gas for May 26th, 2025, called 789 by Clover. Normal Sudoku rules apply. Along each gray line, every adjoining pair of digits sums to 9. So, what does that mean? Well, for example, with this, that's pretty straightforward. It's just that these two digits will sum to 9. But it does something a little bit more interesting along these bigger lines. So let's say that this is a 1-8 pair, because we know that would break. That would mean that these two digits would have to sum to 9, which means this is 1. Then these two would have to sum to 9, which means it's 8. So essentially, we just get oscillating patterns along these lines. Yeah, and I can already kind of see how that's going to play out interestingly in the center here, but that's it. Those are the rules. Let's jump right into it. All right, so that's interesting because what's going to end up happening here is this has to be each of these lines has to be a different pair of digits that sum to 9. Like if this was the 1-8, then obviously none of the rest of these can be I guess wait, actually, if this is 1, wait. This couldn't be 1, this couldn't be 1, this couldn't be 1. But it could be 8s with 1s. Obviously, 1-8 is a bad example here, but um hmm. Never mind. I thought at the very least, 3 of these are exclusive. I guess it's possible that whatever you have here could also go here. Actually, we have a better way to think about this. So neither of these can be 1. So this line cannot be 1-8, right? We already established that at the beginning. It also can't be 2-7. And what I'm realizing now is it can't be 3-6 because it sees an even like split here, right? Like this, none of these can be 3, and none of these can be 3. So that means none of them can be 3, which means it must be 4-5, which means if we just go back, highlight what we were looking at, our every other pattern, we get the 4-5 here. Now, why couldn't this? Oh, of course, that's why it can't be 5-4. It can't be 5-4. So yeah, we actually do have a unique set, which, okay, I was gonna say it places the 5, but it doesn't. 5 can go in either of these two. So distractions aside here, let's do exactly what we did up there here because this can't be 2, 3, or 4 unless I've missed some sort of weird logic. Then that means that this has to be an 8-1 line. And now, right, this can't be 1-8, it can't be 4-5, it must be 2-7 or 3-6. It has to use either the 2 or 3, but we know neither of these can be 3, which means it must be 2-7, and this one must be 3-6. 3 with 6. We have 5-8-9, where this can't be 5 or 8, so it's just going to simply be 9. And then the 5 and the 8, which pair with our loose 1 and 4. I don't see how to place them. Can make a consideration about this. Not really. It could be like 2-7 in this order. It could be 3-6 in this order. I guess it couldn't be 4-5 or 1-8. So it can either be 2-7 or 3-6. I don't really see why it shouldn't be any of those. I do actually see an 8 here, so let's do that. I see a 5 here, so let's do that. Maybe it's just some Sudoku, so let's be lazy, just double click and see what comes up. And maybe there'll be something useful that I've missed. If not, that means I need to actually, use some brain power here. Actually, let's be simple. 5-7. I did see I'm just missing that. Here I need 6 and 8, so that's going to be easy as well. 6, 8 to place. Gives us some more digits to work with, and the 8, of course, and the 5 gives us our 8, 5 in the center, which means we can place 8. We can place the 5 kind of symmetrically. This isn't a perfectly rotationally symmetric Sudoku because we have the 2, 3, and then now 3's across from 4 instead of being across from 2, but it's close enough to where we can use some of the information to help us. Now, what are we missing? We're missing 2, 3, and 9. 3, 6, 2, 7 both work fine. What are we actually missing from here? 1, 4? Hmm. So like, it looks like it's trying really hard to be perfectly rotationally symmetric, but if this 4 was here instead and the 2 was here, then we would have a rotational pairs puzzle. All right, what are we missing from here? Ah, there we go. And that's that rotational symmetry breaks in just the right way here because we couldn't place 2, 3, what was it? 2, 3, 9, at least as far as I could tell. But what we can do is we can place the 3 here because it can't go here or here. We can place the 2, and 3 gives us 3, 6, so let's do that. This is simply 9 here. And now we get 9 here. 9 here gives us 9 there, which, of course, leaves us with an X-wing. Here we need 1 and... Actually, from the column we need 1, 8, so let's just do that. 1, 8, 1, and 7. That's the easy bit. Across 4 and 6 is resolvable. 6 goes in one of these two cells, so that does give us the 6 there. 6, 1, and 4 here. And we're missing 1, 4, and what? 1, 4, and 7. Of course, sorry, the 6 says this can no longer be 3, 6, so it must be 2, 7. The 3, 9 pair is not going to be fixed quite yet, but 4 from the column is going to go there. That does place the 3. I was hoping that would be a 3 in the corner because we had that pair for a little bit, but alas, oh, alas, we don't get the 3 in the corner here, but we do get 3 in the corner down here. This is 1. This is our 9 from our 3, 9 pair. From the box, we still need 2 and 5. From the box here, we still need 9. Let's not neglect our 9s. This is 9 there. 1 goes here. 6 and 7 is... It has to be resolvable. There we go. 6, 7. Across 1 and 4. Which is resolvable because I can just place the last digit in the row there. 1, 4. 2 and 7. From the box, we're still missing 1, and we're almost done. We need 4, 6, and 7. And we are done in 7 minutes and 38 seconds with 7, 8, 9 by Clover. So hopefully you enjoyed, and thank you for watching.